So as per our today's plan, first, Rutuja, please don't share the screen. The plan is we will have a discussion about the videos. We will have the discussion about the understanding of 2.2, sorry, 2.3 mainly. If you need, then 2.1 and 2.2 also can be discussed. Means if you have any queries, then we can have the discussion about them. And later on, I'll ask you questions for the revision purpose. Once revision completes, then I'll tell you about the next plan.
सांगितलंय कोणाला तरी.
Rutuja, you are sharing the screen. So stop presentation. Yes. Yes, student, the platform is open for you. I'm waiting for your questions. Your queries first, then revision, then any feedback if you have, is whether you are learning properly or not, are the videos helping you or not, is there recognizance of the topic or not, that we will have the discussion, and then the future plan. Yes, about the molecular symmetry and group 3, the syllabus up to 2.3 I had covered. Major portion is covered. Just from exam point of view, if you see, most of the things are covered. Here you can score 18 out of 18 also. It's only up to preparation 2.3. Only one thing I did, Mulligan's notations, that point was there in 2.4, but I brought it early and discussed because for character table to represent irreducible representation, to label irreducible representations, we need those Mulligan's notations. Therefore, I brought that point early. That only change I did. Manish, please don't present. Yes, any question? You can unmute and talk, or you can put your question in the text box. Say at the first lecture only I said your involvement, your feedback, your initiative, your involvement in discussion is very important one that will help us all. Few students were with the question about the C3V point group and two-dimensional irreducible representation. How can the value come 12? Because in yes, there I found while seeing the YouTube videos, no, that your replies, their problems were there. Few students have did discussion in the WhatsApp through WhatsApp. I had given the tentative answer. Hint was given whether they understood it or not. In case if they not understood, then I bring that point for discussion. Yes, anybody want to talk? Harshal want to say query about the homework Q of great orthogonality theorem. Yes, 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 yes. Same thing I'm discussing, Harshal. So I consider this a question of Harshal because there are in that comment also Harshal said it is not clear. Question is not clear. Means what exactly to do. Concept is not clear. Okay. So I consider this is a question. I discuss it. In case if you have further questions, then we will have the discussion. See, representation means matrices. Those represent operations. Operation is one of the aspect of the point group. Collection of operations, collection of classes constitute point group. And for each operation, we have a representation that may be reducible or may be irreducible. We will not talk about it now. And that representation remains in terms of matrix. And matrices can be of many dimensions, no? Any dimension. 3 by 3 conventional that we consider is one of the dimension. The 3-dimensional. 9 by 9. We are talking about the square matrices. You see in our molecular symmetry, only square matrices coming for here. Or it can be in terms of 3, 99 by 99. But those many points, those many elements may possible. In such cases, how to perform the multiplications. And that great aspect is covered in the great orthogonality theorem. Each point of the matrix can be covered. Each point of the matrix can be linked. There, I revise it. I and J are irreducible representation. I repeat, I and J are irreducible representations. Li and Lj dimension. Now, about point, it is very important now. If I consider any matrix, then A11 is a point of first row and first column. A12 is a point of first row and second column. A13, first row, third column. A33, third row, third column. A32, third row, second column. Likewise, points you know. That's the first number, A11. First one is M, second one is N. So Mn is a general way of presentation of element of matrix. And those we can interact, those we can combine. Here only one restriction came because of the little orthogonality theorems concept may be the clear to you. When M is equal to M dash, M is that first number for one of the element and M dash is the first number for other element. When M and M dash are equal, then that canonical delta symbol M dash is equal to 1. When similarly N dash is equal, then it is equal to 1. So during multiplication, what I need to do, it is very important now, conclusion see. During multiplication, what I need to do, I need to multiply those elements who have same value of M and same value of N. Means A11 can interact with A11. A12 can interact with A12. Similarly, A21, A22, likewise the interaction may possible. And indirectly, when same element interacts with other interaction, means I am talking about multiplication. When the same element multiplies, then square I need to do. So what I do now, I represent that matrix for C3V point group. General all representation I give, matrix presentation. Let me open up that PowerPoint. Students, now I am sharing the screen. Just give me the feedback if you could able to read the screen. Just wait. Yes, I shared the screen. Could you see PowerPoint presentation? I can't read the message in the chat box. You have to unmute and talk. Good, good. Yes, any more reply? One more reply I want. Can you read?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. C3V point group, its complete representation of gamma I had given. I am not interested now in only gamma. I am interested in irreducible representations. Just wait, somebody wanted to enter. Let me see. Okay. So pay attention towards first two elements in first column and first two elements in second row. Means 2 by 2 matrix you have to consider. Let me see. I'll come to that point. Yes. Only pay attention to 2 by 2 matrix. So for identity 1, 0, 0, 1, for CT1 minus half minus root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. So such 2 by 2 matrix you consider. And last 1 by 1 matrix. So I can split, I can divide this representation in two parts. One doublet part or two-dimensional part and other one-dimensional part. The two-dimensional part means XY part and the third is Z component. So I'm asking you to pay attention towards only X and Y component. And as per great orthogonality theorem, I want to consider interaction between the same element. So A11 of this identity operation will interact with A11 of other identity operation. Means similar such two-dimensional representation. Means two equal representation I am considering. When I and J are equal, at that time, what will be the situation that I am finding? So what I will get? 1 square plus 0 square plus 0 square plus 1 square. So total answer is what? 2. You have to keep in mind, answer is what? 2. Students, am I audible and are you following what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good, 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 very good. Now see C31 operation. The first element is minus half of this matrix and minus half of other matrix, means A11 for other matrix, because m and n value I have to keep constant. So minus half into minus half means square of that. What is the answer? 1/4. Keep in mind. It's a square. 3/4. It's a square. 3/4. Now A22 element, it's square. 1/4. So 1/4 plus 3/4. What is the answer?
1.
1.
Right. Similarly, 3/4 plus 1/4, answer 1. So here also I am getting summation as 2. For identity also I got 2, and here also I got 2. I am considering 2/2 matrix. I am considering XY plane matrix. I am considering a matrix representing X and Y component. Similarly, C32, here also you will find 1/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 1/4. Total is 2. Here we got 2, C31 we got 2, C32 also we got 2. Similarly, last way I discussed sigma. 1 square plus 0 square plus 0 square minus 1 square. So here also I'll get 1. And here also we'll understand I'll get 2. So for every matrix, I am getting summation of multiplication of same m and n value bearing elements is 2 how many times? Total 6 operations are there. So 6 times 2 will come. So summation will be 2 into 6, that is 12. Therefore, there comes the number 12. Now, how that number 12 came, that also will be a question, because in great orthogonal theorem, what is right side? H upon square root of Li Lj into chronicle delta Ij chronicle delta mm dash into chronicle delta n dash. Other values we are keeping as what the 1. So what will be the value for H here? Total number of possibilities. H is an order actually. When we consider characters, at that time order of a group will help us. Therefore, while defining at the beginning of that great orthogonality theorem, I said H is the order of the point group. But additional information I need to provide you. I want to give the proper cognizance of this great orthogonality theorem. Therefore, I had given this puzzle. I had given this problem where all elements, how many elements we have considered? 2/2 for identity, 2/2 for C31, 2/2 for C32. Likewise, for every operation, 2/2 matrix. 2/2 means how many elements are there in matrix? 4 elements. How many matrices I considered? 6 matrices. So 4 into 6, total 24 elements I considered. Order total 24 I considered, divided by square root of Li into Lj. What is Li? What is L? Yes, please help me.
Dimension of I.
Right, dimension. Yes. What is dimension?
2.
Right, 2. In general way, what is the definition of dimension? Dimension is a character of
Diagonal element. Summation of diagonal
element, right? So dimension is a character of dash.
Identity.
identity.
Exactly, brilliant.
Identity.
Yes, right. Very fine, very fine. Right. So here, identity dimension you will find, means identity character if you find 2. So 2-dimensional entities I am considering. So square root of Li. So for Li, I'll get 2. Lj, actually both are the same. So there also I'll get 2. So square root of 2 into 2. Answer is 2. So 24 divided by 2, 12. Therefore, that number 12 came. And in spite of us making it so difficult, I made it somewhat simple. Only I ask you, see whether summation comes 12 or not. And I give a hint to you. Consider each and every point of the matrix. Now, what happens if you come to C31 or C32 or sigma dash or sigma double dash? Here, all 4 elements are active, means other than 0. Numbers are there. But when we consider character, as you have defined, summation of diagonal element, I am considering diagonal elements only in character. So other elements, weightage is not given. Without considering that, we are solving many problems. Therefore, we are considering character. That's a shortcut we are finding. But what great orthogonality theorem says, it's your decision whether you want shortcut or not. But ultimately, what result will be there? Even if you do not consider shortcut, even if you consider each and every element, each and every point, answer is there with great orthogonality theorem. So that's the importance of great orthogonal theorem. That's the applicability of great orthogonal theorem. Therefore, that point was raised. Now I come to the screen. Harshal, I think you asked the question. Is the answer clear, Harshal?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Other students, the question asked by Harshal and answer that I provided, is it clear? You can put your answer in the comment box, because as you put the answer in the comment box, it will come on record. Each and every comment comes on record with timing. Very good, very good. Yes, Harshal, you did opening now. Because of you, one question was opened and I had given answer. It was a very important question. Many were straightforward. You will not get answer in the books. That's a understanding. That's a learning, and that's the role of teacher. It's my role. Very good, very good. Yes. Any other question? Yes, you can unmute and talk. Any other difficulty? Anywhere you found the concept is not digestible, or you want more explanation? Yes, I give you 10 seconds. If not, then I ask you the questions. You be ready to answer. Because at the beginning, I had given chance to you. If you're in doubt, ask me. Otherwise, I'll ask whether you understood or not. Because only monotonous lecturing has no meaning.
Character table.
Yes, Gaurav.
Sir, uh, the rotatory functions not clear. Last
Who is
structure of character table.
Rutik, you're talking? Or Gaurav? See, first I want to take question of Gaurav. Gaurav, is it your question?
Yes, sir.
Rotatory, what is not clear?
Sir, linear and rotatory symmetry functions and quadratic symmetry functions in structure of character table.
Okay. Actually, Gaurav, it is a 2.4 point. That's the next point is there. No translatory functions are there. Those are not clear, but in other way, how can it be made clear that I said rotatory, it will not be the very clear cut at this moment. I have to show that in 2.4, and I have to prepare the video for that. But I give hint to you. Anyway, it's your curiosity. It is your doubt. I give the hint to you. Let me open up that PPT first, and then let us move next. Just wait. I take example of C2V character table. In detail, actually, this point is coming in the upcoming videos. But anyhow, question came, therefore I am discussing that shortly. Okay, let me share the screen. Now I am coming to that the presentation. Yes, can you able to see the screen? Please reply, unmute and talk.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very, very good. See, it is a character table of C2V point group. A1, A2, B1, B2, these are the irreducible representation. Question of Gaurav is regarding similarity functions, which we are using in character table. If you see the fifth region of the character table, that's a linear and rotatory function remain. Z. Z is a one direction, no? It's a linear moment, axis. Z, X, Y. These are the linear functions. Please unmute somewhere the disturbances. X, Y, Z are the linear functions. And Rx, Ry, Rz are rotatory functions. Now I am giving hint to you. Suppose if I consider it is a Z orbital or Z axis, my red arrow means in notes it is there with you. I provide this material to you. Perform identity, perform C2, perform sigma Z, perform sigma YZ operation. You will find there is a no change. No change means give 1 mark for that. So any representation which gives one character for identity, one for C2, one for sigma Z, one for sigma YZ, that represents Z. So 1, 1, 1, 1, that's a one irreducible representation. Each represents Z, therefore by yellow band or yellow color, yellow filling, that Z representation is given. Now consider this X. Perform identity operation and perform sigma XZ operation. You will find there is no change. But if you perform C2, after rotation, this arrow which is pointing towards us, is in this as per diagram, will go away from us. See, the change in direction. Change in direction, -1 marks. So -1 where for C2 and sigma yz? Which representation has -1 for C2 and sigma yz? This B1 representation has -1 for C2 and sigma yz. Therefore, that B1 represent X. Okay, it is a linear function. Now, main questions about the rotatory functions. Likewise, you have to work on it. Now consider z-axis. See, x and y are on the plane of the screen. Z is towards us and away from us as per this presentation. Perform identity operation, perform C2 operation. What we will find? There will be no change in the direction of z or the positive and negative phase of the z orbital. So for identity in C2, 1 mark will be there. But for xz and yz, you will find it is anti-symmetry. Now how? You have to consider one z-axis which is rotating, and you are going to cut. See, timing I consider is z-axis towards you y-axis and left, right, x-axis. Through yz plane, if I cut that, then rotatory motion, what will happen? It will rotate, it will strike a mirror and will reflect. So reflection of that rotation will occur, direction will change. If direction of rotation changes, then negative, which is anti-symmetric. As is the case for sigma yz, same is the case for sigma xz. Therefore, for sigma xz and sigma yz, the change in direction is shown. So any representation for xz and yz has -1 character is rotatory z. Likewise, you can consider rotatory x. Now, I described that. Rotatory y I described. Rotatory y means towards you, any axis is there. That is what? Pointing. Now, that rotatory axis, that axis rotating. If I perform identity operation on that, it is rotating. Then direction will not change. If I perform C2 operation, just imagine this rotation is going on and I have to perform C2 operation. Whether direction of rotation changes or not. Means what I'm doing, rotation. Now, same rotation. Direction of rotation will what change? See here, this rotation was there. Direction of rotation is changed there, and therefore there is what? -1. For sigma xz means this is a y-axis. This is a plane. So this is a rotation. So I have to observe that rotation in that plane. What I will find? In that mirror, the rotation which I am finding, the direction of rotation in the mirror also will be the same. Mirror is parallel to that rotation, and therefore there is 1 for what? Sigma xz. For sigma yz, that rotation, if I cut, this is a y-axis and it's rotating, and if I cut through that yz plane, then one time what will happen? This rotatory direction will hit, will strike, and will rebound, and because of that, it will be reflection. Direction will change. For sigma yz, there is a -1. So which representation for C2 and sigma yz shows -1? It is Ry, and therefore the Ry is represented. So Gaurav, I had not discussed it in detail. Shortly, I explained that. Now I stop the sharing and I come again to your presentation. The students wanted to enter. Okay. So Gaurav, is the answer clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you have to work on that. Gaurav, this point comes under 2.4. So you have to work. Hint I had given to you, and little additional explanatory video also will come. Okay. Now Rohit heads with one question. In 3n representation of cis butadiene, sigma xz results is not sure. Is 2 or 10. It's a molecular plane. Cis butadiene, no? See, in cis butadiene, Rohit is the question. Before that, let me see. Students, whatever I discuss about the question of Gaurav, is it clear to you? If it is 50% clear, then also we'll do. You have to work on that. Then I come to the question of Rohit. Okay, fine. Now I come to the question of Rohit. I consider that the linear functions, rotatory functions, about which little ideas clear to you, will be more clear when the video will come perfectly on that. Now what Rohit is asking, because one question I asked, and this question came in net examination. Cis butadiene. That cis butadiene is Rohit. How many carbons are there?
Sir, on this question, on 3D structure, I will get the cis butadiene structure is not linear.
Yes, certainly not linear. Yes, absolutely.
So
Then
on that point of view, I get sigma xz plane. So
uh,
its representation is 2, but all other students having giving the answer is 10 on sigma xz.
okay. Now see, pay attention. Cis butadiene, the structure that I want to. Now pay attention. Now I share the screen, Rohit. I got your question. Yeah, can you see the screen now? This is the three-dimensional model of cis butadiene. Please reply. I can't see the chat box at this moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, Rohit, it is actually for all also. By black color, carbons are represented, and those one side only double bonds are there. Therefore, the nomenclature is the cis. What is the hybridization that carbon undergoes? Please help me. You can see this diagram, or you can come to this picture also. What is
sp2.
the hybridization? sp2, yes, it's a planar. So all carbon, yes, exactly. Carbon one, 2, 3, 4, all are in one plane. And that plane, Rohit, is XZ plane. Here, cis is not a proper way of presentation. You can go through this. All those 10 are there. 10 atoms means 6 hydrogens and 4 carbons. All 10 are in one plane. So you consider water where 3 atoms are in one plane, or you consider this cis butadiene where 10 atoms are in one plane. So how many atoms are coming in one plane? How many atoms are not shifted? They will 10 atoms will be not shifted by XZ operation. So Rohit, you might be not considering all carbons in one plane, and therefore maybe this problem possible. Rohit, is answer clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, other students, the question asked by Rohit, he was not understanding how all 10 atoms are coming in the XZ plane was not clear. Is it clear to you? Other students, I'm asking. Yes. So answer 10 is very perfect one. It is correct one. Very good, very good. But question is important. Yes, please reply. Yes, you are replying there in chat box. Very good. Reply in chat box also. It is coming on record. Yes. Any other question? Whatever the study you did now, no 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, out of what score may possible. But perfect study is important. But don't stop here. Next applications are very important one. That will give the essence of chemistry, essence of understanding of spectroscopy, application of molecular symmetry and group theory. I wait for further 5 seconds for your question. You can unmute and talk, or you can put in the chat box, or else I ask you the questions. Okay, fine. Hoping the concepts are clear. Revision is very important one. See, in a syllabus, the group concept also that I covered. I want to know how many conditions are there to be fulfilled by group. Please reply.
4.
Right. Which are those? Only conditions. One by one. First condition.
Closure, identity, inverse,
Yes.
Association.
Associativity.
Associativity and then inverse. Okay. That's this. Very good. Very good. It is our first part. And with various examples, I discussed that group concept. Then subgroup means what part of the group, order of the subgroup can divide the order of the main group. All four essential conditions are to be fulfilled. Subgroup for C2B, subgroup for C3B, subgroup for D3H that I discussed. Then next part, classes. Classes is a collection of elements which are dashed to each other.
Commutative.
Conjugate.
No, no, again the same mistake.
Conjugate.
Classes is a collection of those elements which are dashed to each other.
conjugate,
Right, conjugate. Conjugate. And conjugation is disagreements of which operation or which function?
Commutative law.
No, no. Yes,
Similarity
which
trans-
function?
similarity operation,
Similarity transformation. Yes.
Similarity
And what?
transformation.
Very good. What is similarity transformation? Formula of similarity transformation is
x
Cn
inverse
into
x is
X
equal
inverse
to
A into AX is equal to B.
x inverse x is equal to b means b is similarity transform by y or through x. Yes. And with the help of that, we can obtain the classes in C2V, C3V. And for that, the water molecule, the three-dimensional imagination, for ammonia also stirring kind of imagination, that will what? Help. Just wait, somebody wanted to enter. Okay. So classes considered discussed. Then the group multiplication table for C2V and C3V character we have established the mnemonics and also derivation, all things I discussed there. And last point, abelian and non-abelian group. Once you know what is a group and if you know the condition which we are saying now, just give me that. What is the condition that we fulfill in addition to the previous four conditions? Yes, what is that condition?
Commutative law.
Commutativity. Then with abelian. What is the example of abelian group? Any two examples of abelian group, give me.
C2V.
C2V and D2H.
C2V, D2H.
Yes, C2V, D2H, and any Cn, C2, C3, C4, which all cyclic operations are there, or point groups are there, all are abelian. And non-abelian, ample of examples are there. Okay, with various examples I discussed. So this point, that's a 2.1, 2.2 actually it is, 2.1 here. Symmetry restriction of optical activity. Optical activity restrictions, not discussing on the detail. That's a giant condition. Only just answer one question. What is that giant operation or giant condition by which we can decide the optical activity?
Improper axis of rotation.
Right. It is a very beautiful operation, very important operation by which center of inversion can be covered, deflection can be covered, by which we can distinguish the optical activity. About dipole moment, the various point groups and whether dipole moment possible or not, and in case if possible, in which direction, that also we can predict sometimes. And if center of inversion remain present, actually main point is restrictions. By center of inversion restriction comes, by multiple axis restriction comes, where to move, that's a problem. By plane and the axis, that's a horizontal plane if exists, then also restriction can come. Because of that dipole moment we can't find for the molecule. So few molecules we are not showing the dipole moment, but exactly what reason behind that you can answer by means of molecular symmetry. And third point, symmetric point group determination or systematic procedure. A flowchart is there that you need to follow. One shortcut also I informed to you for the few point groups. How can you label, especially cyclic and the dihedral, C and D, followed by the order of the axis, and then the kind of the plane present, horizontal, vertical, and dihedral. Horizontal has a more priority. So 2.1 and 2.2. About that, any question? Is the concept clear? Now I'm coming to the screen. I want to know whether you understood those things. Yes or no? Reply in the chat box. Yes, okay. Now I come to this again. Next point, that's a representation. Representation is done by means of matrix. So basis of the matrix, basic concept of the matrix that I discussed, and for various operation, maybe identity, maybe reflection, simple reflection, xz, yz. For example, if I consider xz reflection, then what is not there, y is not there. So y component will be negative, with which we can represent 3x3 matrix for reflection. About inversion also I discussed. About rotation, in general rotation. In one time I remember examination for 90-degree rotation for C4 operation you were supposed to determine. So as I work for the angle theta, likewise you can derive by rotation of 90 degree, or general consider angle theta and substitute theta is equal to 90 degree, and you can obtain the matrix for that rotation. Rotation, deflection also I discuss, and general plane, and importantly general plane, when we have established, then one plane we have to frame of reference should be there, and that is the xz plane, yz plane, or xy plane, of whose matrix we know. And then similarity transformation we are doing, rotation operation we are doing. So rotation operation, inverse for that rotation we can get matrix, for plane we can get matrix, with x inverse we have the matrix, A we have the matrix, B also have the matrix. Simple mathematical multiplication you have to do, and you will get the result. That's a similarity transformation. And that result is a matrix for the plane. Important is character. Character for identity, if I consider 3 dimension, then will be 3. Character for axis will be 2 cos theta plus 1. Now help me. Character for improper axis. Yes? What is character for improper axis?
2 cos theta
Exactly.
minus
Brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Character for plane.
Cos theta minus
1.
Character for plane. Yes.
1.
So this is the basic. So by means of matrix, we could able to understand. So character is one of the point. In net examination, the inspect of character, they ask trace. Actually, it is the same here. Trace. Trace word is. I mean, in my video also I mentioned that the word trace. So let the word trace come or character. I am frequently using character because what are the tables by which we are understanding the molecule? That the name for that table is a character table. Trace gives characters, and therefore ultimately the name for the trace came as what the character. But basic name for that summation of diagonal element is what the trace. Then representation we discussed, then representation can be reducible or irreducible. Just C3.2 example I had given, 2 by 2. That's a two-dimensional aspect that I can say. That's a irreducible dimension, irreducible representation. Irreducible representation of order of dimension 2. And other, considering only Z component, I will get one representation. That is also irreducible representation. Now, what is the question that I asked? That's a summation 12. That is for irreducible representation. You can try C3 point group. And for C3 point group, all matrices in 3 by 3 order or in 3 dimension you will get. And for that 3-dimensional matrix, if you apply great orthogonality theorem, I repeat, I'm asking question to you student. C3V point group and for which all matrices I can get, and Harshal asked the question, therefore I discuss also this. Only 2 by 2 matrix I consider. Only 2-dimensional matrix and 1-dimensional separation I did. And for 2 by 2 I applied. My question is, suppose if you consider this 3 by 3 matrices and whatever the logic I applied for that 2 by 2 matrix, XY plane matrix, can you get the same result? Great orthogonality theorem, can you valid? Can it fulfill? Okay, forget about it, fulfill or not. Tell me total summation. Square of each matrix. 2 by 2 I discussed and it's 12. Now come to the only last point and add that and give me the summation. Yes, students, are you following my question? Yes, students, can you hear me?
29.
No. Is my question clear or shall I repeat the question? Okay, time is very short. I explain that now. See, so what I am saying, summation. 2 by 2 I discuss, answer came, that is every matrix giving 2 answers, so 6 or 12 that you are getting. Suppose this 1 point you have to add. 1 square means 1. For C3 1 also you get 1 square. For C3 also you get 1 square, 1 square, 1 square, 1 square, everywhere 1 square. So plus 6 will come. In the 12, 6 will be added, Gaurav. So 12 plus 6, 18 will be the answer. 18 answer I am getting for summation of all, which should be equal to what? H upon square root of Lij, means square root of 3 into 3. So total number of representation, you see 3 by 3 means 9, 9 into 6, 54 are there. And this square root of 3 by 3 means what will you get? Yes, 18. Hello, are you getting this point? So
yes,
for
sir.
this representation, yes, for this reducible representation, let's do it. So it's a matter of chance. Here 12 plus 6, 18 you are getting. 54 divided by 3, there also 18. So for this reducible representation, it's a matter of chance you are getting. That's a great orthogonality theorem, but it may not necessarily be always true. Great orthogonality theory is talking about the interaction between the irreducible representations. So whether those are irreducible representations or not, means it is valid for one multiplication or one representation, means should be always valid, not likewise. Okay. So my point of interest here is the representation, reducible and the irreducible representation. C3 is the best example where the reducible and irreducible representation you can learn. Now I'm coming next now. If doubts are there, you can ask. The great orthogonality theorem, the statement where the dimension you have to consider, where proper multiplications, the conjugate elements that I consider only for imaginary number. If the AD value remains imaginary, then if conjugate remains, then only that great orthogonality theorem is what? Valid there. Because we want real numbers, and from complex numbers, from imaginary number means square root of -1, I, that's representation remains. For imaginary number, we have to bring it toward the real number. And for that, we need to consider the conjugate. Therefore, asterisk was considered. Construction of character table for C2V, C3V, I discussed in detail. C2V most detail, C3V accordingly discussed, and D2H task was given to you. The 5 rules are there. I want to revise those rules. Yes. Will you help me for those rules? What is the first rule? What is the first rule?
Gamma is equal to number of classes.
Exactly. Number of classes. Gamma is means total reducible representations is equal to number of classes, and therefore you should know the classes, and therefore in 2.2 the class term was involved. And second point is just for understanding purpose, the members present in the same class have the same character. What is the third rule?
Summation Li square is equal to H.
Yes, summation of squares of dimensions is equal to H. What is H?
Order.
Yes, order. Means here when we consider characters, at that time the order of the point group will, because order of the class also may possible. In future, while reducing the reducible representation, we are using the order of that class. There G as a different term we are using. So order of a point group we are considering. Means total number of the entities which are combining. Rule number 4. Yes, help me. Summation of squares of.
Xi
Character
into
of
R.
all elements.
Yes, not elements. Summation of squares of characters of all operations. Character remains for what? Matrix. And matrix remains for what? Operation. Many where discussion element they consider. Mathematically they consider it as an element. But from chemistry point of view, we are considering as action. We are considering as operation. In last year, we might discuss element and operation. These two different entities are there. Those are related to each other. So characters for operation, summation of squares of characters of operation for particular irreducible representation. So here is the representation. R is a variable, operations are variable. For what? Ith irreducible representation. Irreducible representation is same. Summation of squares of characters for all operations for ith irreducible representation is equal to H. Now last, summation of multiplications of characters of two irreducible representation is equal to 0. See here, representation. R is varying there. Operations are varying. But for same R, we are not combining character of identity of one irreducible representation with character of rotation of other irreducible representation. R is not supposed to change. R is remaining same during multiplication. It can vary. From identity, we can go to the C2. From C2, we can go to the sigma XZ. From sigma XZ, we can go to the sigma YZ. These are the 5 important rules. And surprisingly, these rules come for examination. 3 or 4, that's a 4 marks. But you should remember, and these applications, remember means not parting. When if you go on applying now, you will able to remember. But only about the terms, elements and operations, don't get confused. Then the structure of character table. Total 6 portions are there present in the character table. Just let me see that structure of the character table. See these 6 points are there, 6 regions are there. First region conflies. C2V, C3V, D, 2H, whichever the point group we use now. That is the first portion. Second, operations in the classes we represent. Here, Mulliken's notations we represent. Now, about Mulliken's notation, let me have the discussion. If dimension is 2, then what is the Mulliken notation?
E.
E.
Right. Therefore, EG orbital you were saying, no, in crystal field theory last year. EG, T2G, triplet, doublet. So these are the Mulliken's notations only. Okay. In order to distinguish, we use a subscript 1 and 2. Various examples I discussed. Main reason of Mulliken notation is a distinguishing purpose. Dimension E means 2 or T means 3. If dimension concept is clear, then for distinguishing purpose, we are subscript 1, 2, 3. And for that, the next operation we consider. If it is symmetric, then 1. If not, then 2. Then for distinguishing, if other variety is there, then 3. For you go to the D2H character table, the concept will become the more clear. Now, my next question: if there remain a center of inversion, then which symbol we use? Or if symmetric about the center of inversion, then which suffix we use there?
G.
G. And if it is antisymmetric with center of inversion, then it is a U. Okay. If symmetric about the horizontal plane, then which symbol?
Single prime.
Right, single prime. And if antisymmetric, then double prime. Dash and double dash. In simple way I was saying. And here in yellow coloration, you will get what? The characters, the band you will get different. That's one yellow band is a complete irreducible representation. In purple color, the labeling, that's the Mulliken notations are considered. Now see the fifth region. These are what the linear and rotatory symmetry functions. And sixth one, the quadratic functions. For that, this one slide was given to you. And about this detailed explanation I am doing, it is in the 2.4. So how these quadratic functions came, that I am going to discuss. Separate videos I am going to prepare. So it was our syllabus. Applications little bit of studying. Application of mathematics also we studied in order. We learned in matrices study or matrix representations. It was our 2.3. And now 2.4 that I have to start. Out of that Mulliken's notations I had covered. Other things I will cover. Further 8 to 10 videos, maybe near about 10, you can consider 10 videos are likely to come. There our syllabus will complete. But my today's intention was to complete our 2.3. 2.3 in videos I covered, but only videos, no discussion is important. When I discuss here, then Harshal asked the question. Because of that, you come to know how the number 12 comes. Gaurav asked the question. Therefore, the character table, that's rotatory function, means exactly what, partly at least, is what the clear to you. So some understanding develops because of interaction. That's the purpose of this lecturing. So 2.3 is covered. My up to now, this up to 8th of February, my plan was I want to give you confidence about the content. I want to give you the confidence about the syllabus, which is 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. Now I'm asking to you, I want feedback. Now is our third session of our lecture. The way with which we are proceeding, the way with which we are going, means you are going through the videos, you are answering, you are completing assignment, and discussion we are doing here in the lecture. Sometimes you ask the questions, I also ask the question, you do reply. The way with which we are going, is it proper? Is it suitable? Are you enjoying? Are you learning? Are you studying? Do you think it's beneficial? Please answer in comment box. Unmute and talk also. And comment box also you can reply. Yes, 1, 2, 3. See, total 63 students are here. Good. Miss, you are understanding the things. And it was my objective. What was my objective? I want to give you the insight. I want to give you the confidence to study this topic. And confidence comes stepwise. And your action is important. Your involvement was important. And at that time, you have given me commitment. You will complete the assignments. Still, I am finding only 40 students about are what completing the assignment. Still, many are to complete. In first lecture, 100 students were there. Second lecture, about 70 were there. Now 65 or 6, the fluctuations are there. Students are there. Okay, doesn't matter. Number is not important for me. Interest, your study, your regularity is very important. But whoever are here, no, most of them are regular. Very good. Excellent. So objective was that concept should be clear and you should apply. You should get interest in the study. So my question now to you, are you getting interest to study this topic? Are you finding it topic is interesting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So you are studying and topic is important. The question, cis betadine, about which somebody asked the question. I think Rohit asked the question. This question came in the NET examination also. In NET examination, they ask about the different methods are there to obtain the reducible representation. 3n coordinates. N is the number of atoms. In 3n coordinate system, what will the irreducible represent or what will the character? In that way, they do what the ask. So different means I discuss all. Let they ask about the 3-dimensional presentation. Let they ask 3n dimensional presentation. Let they ask about the vector. That's a bond vector or the angular vector. By any means, let they ask the question. You can answer about the 3n atoms. Several they ask, and applications comes about the bond vector. So bond vector. 3-dimensional generally we discuss bond vector and only the angular vectors that point not majorly discussed, but let you know about that, no? How the reducible representations are obtained. And those reducible representations are giving you the idea about what the next applications. That's a molecular orbital theory or which hybridization may possible, how bonding is going to occur. That idea we can get because of those reducible representations. Therefore, that point is discussed. So you are preparing from the NET examination point also. You can go through the different questions also, and in case doubts are there. Now, next lecture. Now about the plan I tell to you, at this moment, perfect videos are not prepared about for 2.4. Meanwhile, I suggest you that 2.3 make it complete perfectly clear. Give me a few days. I'll prepare the videos and I'll post those videos in our YouTube, and intimation you will get from through the Google Classroom. Today is 8th, so give me a few days up to 17th of February. The work will start after 3 days and slowly videos. Up to 17th of February, you will get the videos from complete syllabus. So that further a week I am giving to you for preparation. Assignments also you have to complete. And 24th of February is our last lecture. And there, in true sense, we are going through various question papers, your university question papers. And there you tell me whether you can answer the questions in examination or not. That will be your confidence. That will be your reply. And your confidence is my achievement. Your performance is my achievement. It's my objectives. Again, I will revise whether those objectives are fulfilled or not. That you have to answer. The feedback you are giving. and then I'll tell you what to do about the next. Then through the Google Classroom also you are giving the feedback. One assignment I'll give there, and there in on 24th also you can give the feedback. So it is my tentative planning. I repeat, from planning point of view, for today's lecture planning, first I discuss your queries, then I revise the portion 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, then I took a feedback from you whether we are on the proper track or not. You said we are on the proper track. And then I told you the future planning. Up to 17th of this month, I'll prepare the videos, complete syllabus. And on 24th, up to 24th, you have to complete the assignments. On 24th, I'm asking the question. I'll go through the various question papers. And you have to tell me whether you can answer or not. If any question remains, what exactly to answer, that I will discuss. So question paper discussion will be on the 24th. And that is our very last lecture. But if you want further discussion, we can have the interaction, no problem. Further options are open for the queries and answers. Yes, from my side, whatever I want to inform, I did. If any doubt is there, question there, free to ask it. Yes, any doubt? Okay. So shall we meet on 24th? Are you interested? Yes. Parnika, good thing you did. Yes. Yes. Good. So go on studying. Study is your role. Study material is provided. Even complete study material. What document is given, there 75% almost portion is covered, 78% is covered there. Only 36 pages are there. But few mistakes are there, and those mistakes are covered in the videos. So you have to go through the videos also. And at your leisure time, you can go through the videos. It's one of the good tools because of the pandemic situation. I came to know that by this way I can reach to the student, and right from the Sawantwadi to Mumbai, right, your various colleges students are joined here. And I'm sure those who are really interested, those only remain for the lecture. This topic is not so easy, but I tried my level best to make it easy, make it understandable, cognizable, interesting topic it is. Yes, you have given the good consent for me. So student, I am concluding my lecture. Today's session is over. I'm going to stop the recording.